Hi everybody, Phil Snyder with GunClassUtah.com. Hey, I just want to do a video on the 6 steps to successfully conceal carry. The first step would be mindset. The very first thing we should do is ask ourselves if we can take a life in self-defense if it's necessary. There might be a number of reasons that would prohibit us or and not enable us to do that. And the first one would be religion. Certain religions don't allow you to take a life even if it's in self-defense. And I can tell you a true story about a young man that was hired as a deputy sheriff where I worked. I was a training officer. He wasn't mine, but another deputy had him. And they had a conversation the first week on the job, and the subject of deadly force came up, and this new recruit said that he could not deploy deadly force for religious reasons. Well, that young deputy had to be let go, obviously, and you think that that question would have came up in the job interviews or in the police academy or in the oral interviews for the hiring for the department, but for some reason, he managed to skate all the way through that, and that question was never asked. So that would be the first step. Also, judgment is something that we need to consider. How would our family members, our wives, our children, our church leaders, and things like that feel if we were seen in the news, or if they learned because they're close family members that we deployed deadly force? Would they be okay with that? Would that cause a divorce and things like that? So good discussions with family and friends and things like that are a prudent thing to do. Also, do we have any ethical or moral issues that would prohibit us from using deadly force? Everybody has their own unique set of ethics and morals, and we would also need to do that little test as well. If the answer is no, and after you've gone through all that and you're not capable of doing such, then I don't think you should carry a gun. If you're not prepared and you're confronted with a deadly force situation, you're likely going to have that gun taken away from you, or you're just going to freeze and you're not going to be able to do that. So you might want to consider options like less lethal options, such as pepper spray and tasers, maybe a baseball bat in your home or something like that. Maybe take up some martial arts skills, some MMA fighting skills, something like that. If the answer is yes after having that discussion, then you can move to step 2. And I know that there are mixed opinions on this, but I would say your next step should be taking a really good quality concealed carry class from a competent instructor. Some people think that it should be a pistol course before the concealed carry course. But the reason I say take the concealed carry course first is because, number one, it's less expensive than a pistol course in most cases. And also, the curriculum that's in a concealed carry course talks about the use of deadly force and things like that, and you may decide that this is not for you after taking that, and then you could just stop there. All concealed carry classes are different. They vary quite a bit, and this particular course, I think that old adage that when they say you get what you pay for, that really applies with concealed carry classes. I've audited concealed carry classes in the past, and typically it's just 4 hours of lecture. The Utah concealed carry class does not require any shooting, just lecture. They're not allowed to bring a gun to the course. They're not allowed to touch guns. The instructor will have his gun. He'll show you how to load and unload. They'll put the gun away, and that'll be that as far as handgun stuff. But in that Utah concealed carry class, you're also going to learn the laws of carry, where you can and cannot carry. You're going to learn how to properly store the firearm, the use of force, including deadly force. In our classes, we will allow you to handle guns that we have available, or you're welcome to bring your own unloaded firearm into the classroom, and you will be doing loading and unloading drills. You will learn how to clear common pistol malfunctions such as misfires, double feeds, and stovepipes. We'll show you how to clear your pistol malfunctions in an emergency situation utilizing tap and rack. We'll introduce you to the proper way to draw and reholster a firearm safely and legal issues surrounding drawing. You'll learn about what kind of ammunition you're supposed to select. We'll do an introduction to holsters in the classroom. But there's no shooting in that Utah basic class. Once you've taken the Utah Concealed Carry class and you decided that you want to go to step 3, that would be taking a basic pistol course from a qualified instructor. But in the pistol course, if you don't have a gun, your instructor will show you how to select the right handgun for your personal protection needs. There are certain things that you're looking for, and a lot of people make this mistake. They go out and, their husband will buy their wife a gun that's not a good fit for them. And so there's a lot of value in that. Pistol course, you will be interviewed to dry fire techniques, and dry fire is practicing with an unloaded firearm and using dummy rounds or snap caps, loading and unloading drills, stovepipes and double feeds and stuff like that. You'll do some drawing and reholstering in that. You'll learn pistol cleaning and maintenance, and then there'll be a written test. There'll be a shooting test. And then at the end of that class, we will go down to the range and you will shoot a shooting qualification. And the instructor is just looking to make sure that you're handling and shooting that gun safe after being informed of what the range rules are for safety. So once you pass the pistol shooting test, you'll be issued a certificate of completion if your instructor deems that you passed that course. And I would say after that pistol course, if your instructor says you successfully passed and you can shoot a firearm and handle one safely, now what happens next, okay? This is where most people get stuck. They go home and that's that, and they don't do any further training. Firearms training is a perishable skill. If it's not practiced on a regular basis, you lose those skills. It's not like riding a bicycle. Once you master the skill of riding a bike, you can put that bike away for 5 years and hop back on it and ride it just as skilled as you did 5 years ago. Gun training doesn't work that way. This takes a lot of commitment. So the next step, what you should do, step 4, would be when you get home after you've completed your firearms course. If you don't have these items, you should be going out and selecting the holster that you're going to carry in. You should have a home safety plan. You should have a gun safe or some other plan that's appropriate for your home. You should have a carry plan written out. If you're going to carry outside the home, what does that look like from the moment you get up in the morning when you're going to carry outside? You're going to need to know where you're going to carry. For example, you have to go to work every day. Most people do. Does your work allow carry? If they do, that's great. If they don't, what is your plan to store your firearm responsibly while you're at work? Okay, and then let's say that you go to the grocery store or you go to the church or something like that. A detailed plan of what you're going to do all throughout the day, and you're going to have a plan for that. You're going to have the right ammunition selected. You're going to be doing dry fire drills that you learned in your pistol course and in your CCW course. That's something that you're going to practice probably at least on a monthly basis, if not more. You're going to practice drawing a dry, empty gun in your home. You're going to practice those loading and unloading drills. After a while, you're going to find out that you're going to get more comfortable the more often that you do that, okay? Step 5, I'm going to recommend that you take a home defense course, which is something that we teach. It's an NRA, Personal Protection in the Home course. That course is where you are really going to get into mindset. That's what the focus of that course is. It's learning that warrior mentality that I learned as a young deputy sheriff. It's going to go into all of that. And it's really going to ingrain in your mind that no matter what happens to you, you're going to survive that situation, even if you're hit. Okay? And I'm going to teach it the way I learned as a law enforcement officer, and I think it was very effective. We're going to teach you skills, how to make your home burglar proof, burglar resistant, I should say, how to make it an unattractive target for burglars. We're going to teach you how to set up a safe room in your home, what needs to be in that safe room. We're going to talk about tactics when you're setting up that safe room. What are the best rooms in the home to do that? Again, this is all about mindset. And then we're going to get into the visualization of that plan. What does that look like? Once we have that plan laid out, we're going to practice that plan with ourselves and our family members. And we're going to assign duties to family members what to do during a home invasion. I'm going to walk you through a deadly force shooting in your home, and we're going to talk about your contacts with the dispatcher, how to respond, and what to expect when the police are en route and when they arrive on scene, and the best tips and what to do. We're going to talk about the Fourth and Fifth Amendment issues, evidence issues, selecting attorneys, and then we're going to go on an outdoor range, and we are going to do defensive pistol drills, including the Tooler drill. And for those of you that don't know what that is, you could look that up. And that is a really great course. There's a lot of value in that, and all of those pistol skills and all of that mindset can be used for protection outside of the home. So you get a double whammy, you get a 2-for-1. Those skills can be used outside of your home as well. At this point in step 5, you're going to be very comfortable carrying a firearm, and you will have so much growth. And after that, step 6 and the final step is continuing education on firearms. You're going to take other firearms classes. For example, some really good ones to do at this point is classes that involve movement. Okay, you're moving and shooting, you're drawing from the holster, utilizing cover, all right? Stress shooting, low light and night shooting, and dry fire still. All of that dry fire is going to continue through all of this. Continuing education. Very few instructors, in fact, I'm not aware of any instructors in Utah that offer continuing education and support after the concealed carry class, okay? After that step 2, I'm not aware of anybody doing that. We do that through memberships. Part of those memberships, we do peer support. God forbid you're involved in a deadly force shooting. I will be available if you're a member in good standing, and I will be available by phone or in person if it's within reasonable driving distance in the event that you're involved in a shooting. So if you follow all of these steps, you are going to be in very good shape, and the chances of you surviving a deadly force encounter in your home or otherwise, you are going to have a better than average chance, and it's very likely that you're going to come out a winner in that situation. I hope this helps a lot. Please like and subscribe. We're going to be doing a lot more videos. Thanks for watching.